You wake up every day at the same time, take the same transport, go to the same place, do the same tasks, receive the same salary at the end of the month. And they told you this is security. They told you this is building a future. They told you this is the responsible way to live. But Robert Kiyosaki was right when he said you'll never get rich from a job. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why. Get ready, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you see money, work, and wealth. This isn't about motivation. This isn't about empty promises. This is about the cold, hard truth that the system doesn't want you to understand. Let's go back in time for a moment. 19th century Industrial Revolution. Before that, people were farmers, artisans, merchants. They owned their means of production. They controlled their economic destiny. A blacksmith owned his forge. A farmer owned his land. A merchant owned his goods. But when factories emerged, a new model was created. Trading time for money. Factory owners realized something brilliant, something that would shape the next 2 centuries of human labor. They didn't need to give profit sharing. Didn't need to divide ownership. They just had to pay a fixed salary, and people would work to make them rich. This model was so efficient, so perfectly designed for wealth extraction, that it spread to every sector. Offices, banks, hospitals, schools, tech companies. Every industry adopted this same fundamental structure. And along with it came a powerful narrative, a story that would be told generation after generation. Study hard, get good grades, go to a good university, get a good job, work hard, climb the career ladder, be loyal to your company, and retire comfortably. This story was told so many times, repeated by parents, teachers, guidance counselors, society at large, that it became absolute truth in the minds of billions of people. But here's the problem that nobody talks about. This story was written by the owners of the system, not by those living inside it. It was written by the people who benefit from your labor, not by the people providing that labor. There's a concept in psychology called anchoring. It's when your mind fixates on an initial number or idea, and all your future decisions revolve around that reference point. This is crucial to understand. When you get your first job and earn, let's say, $3,000 a month, your mind anchors to that value. It becomes your baseline for everything. $5,000 seems like a lot, like real success. $10,000 seems like wealth, like you've really made it. $20,000 seems impossible, reserved only for executives and lucky entrepreneurs. Your perception of value becomes limited by what you know, by what you've experienced. And here comes another phenomenon, equally powerful, the hedonic treadmill. As you earn more, you spend more. You move to a better apartment, change cars, upgrade your lifestyle, eat at better restaurants, take nicer vacations. Salary goes up, but the feeling of financial comfort stays the same. You get the promotion, the raise, the bonus, and for a few weeks you feel wealthy. Then you adapt, the new becomes normal, and you're back to feeling like you need more. You're always running but never actually moving forward. It's like a treadmill in a gym. Constant movement, burning energy, sweating, working hard, but zero real displacement. You end exactly where you started. And the cruelest part, the part that keeps people trapped for decades, you start believing this is normal, that everyone lives like this, that there's no other way, that this is just how life works. You accept the treadmill as reality. Now let's talk economics, because this is where it gets really interesting. There's a metric that very few people understand, but it controls your financial life more than anything else. Return on time invested. When you have a job, your ROI, return on investment, is linear. You work 1 hour, earn X. Work 2 hours, earn 2X. Work 40 hours, earn 40X. Seems fair, right? Seems like an honest exchange? Wrong. Because there are only 24 hours in a day, and you can't work all 24. You need to sleep, eat, rest, maintain your health. So realistically, you can sell maybe 10 to 12 hours a day maximum. And that's if you have no life, no family, no hobbies, no existence outside of work. Your earning potential has a fixed ceiling, a hard cap determined by the hours you can physically sell. Now compare that to assets. A dividend-paying stock generates returns while you sleep, while you're having dinner with your family, while you're on vacation. A rental property generates income every single month, whether you think about it or not, whether you're sick or healthy, whether you're working or relaxing. A business with proper systems and team operates without your constant presence. It grows, serves customers, generates revenue while you focus on strategy or even take time off. These are exponential returns, not linear. And here's the brutal difference that separates the middle class from the wealthy. Employees trade time for money. The rich trade money for more money. One grows by adding incrementally, slowly. The other grows by multiplying exponentially, rapidly. Simple math, but the implications are devastating. One path leads to comfortable survival. The other leads to generational wealth. The economic system needs you to be an employee. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not some hidden agenda. It's just structure, the way the system is designed to function. Think about it logically. Who moves the economy? Who keeps the wheels turning? Consumers. And who are the best consumers? The most reliable, the most predictable. People with stable, predictable income. People who know exactly how much they'll make next month. You get paid on the 5th pay rent, on the 10th finance, the car, finance, the phone subscribe to streaming services. Shop on credit cards, take out loans for furniture appliances, that vacation you need to recover from work stress. You're a reliable cash flow for banks, companies, and governments. You're predictable, bankable. They can count on you. Now imagine if everyone became an entrepreneur or investor tomorrow. Income would be unpredictable. Some months great, some months terrible. Consumption would be irregular, inconsistent. The system would stall, sputter, potentially collapse. That's why there's so much incentive for formal employment. So many benefits dangled in front of you like carrots. Benefits packages, signed work contracts, health insurance, 13th salary, 14th salary, severance funds, pension plans, retirement accounts. All of this creates a powerful sense of security that keeps you trapped in the system. It makes leaving feel dangerous, irresponsible, foolish, and the cherry on top, the final nail in the coffin, withholding tax. You don't even see the money leave your account. You never touch it. You receive your paycheck net, already domesticated, already processed. The government takes its cut before you even know what you earned. This is brilliant system design. The system doesn't want you to be rich. It doesn't need you to be rich. It needs you to be stable, predictable, a consistent consumer, forever dependent on your next paycheck. Let's look at the numbers, because data doesn't lie. A study by Getulio Vargas Foundation showed that in Brazil, only 3% of workers with formal contracts managed to accumulate assets exceeding 1 million reais over their entire working life. Read that again. 3%. And we're talking about 1 million, not 10 million, not 100 million, just 1 million. Just enough to maybe retire without struggling, without worrying about every expense. In the United States, supposedly the land of opportunity, the Federal Reserve disclosed that the average American family with income exclusively from salary has a net worth of $95,000. That sounds like a lot until you realize that includes everything. The house with its mortgage, the car with its loan, the furniture, the retirement account. Everything. Now compare that number to this. The average family that owns businesses has a net worth of $1,800,000. Almost 20 times more. Not twice as much. Not 5 times. 20 times. And check out this brutal piece of data that should wake everyone up. According to Forbes, 0.01% of people who became millionaires in the last 20 years achieved it with salary alone. 0.01%. That's 1 in 10,000. Virtually impossible. Statistically insignificant. You have better odds winning certain lotteries. The math doesn't lie. The data is clear. Jobs weren't designed to generate wealth. They were designed to generate just enough income for you to survive, to keep working, to remain productive. Just enough to keep you on the treadmill. So what do the rich do differently? What do they know that the average person doesn't? 3 fundamental things that change everything. First, they don't sell hours, they sell results or assets. This is a complete mindset shift. A rich person doesn't think about how much they earn per hour. That's employee thinking. They think about how much what they created is worth, the system they built, the asset they own, the problem they solved, the value they delivered to the marketplace. When you sell hours, you're limited by time. When you sell results, you're limited only by the value you can create. Second, they understand leverage in all its forms. Capital leverage means you use other people's money to multiply your results. You don't save for 20 years to buy a property. You put down 20% and the bank finances the rest. You control a $500,000 asset with $100,000. That's 5-to-1 leverage. System leverage means you create processes, procedures, automation that work without you. You build it once, it works forever. People leverage means you build teams that execute while you strategize. You hire people smarter than you in specific areas. Your business operates while you sleep because 20 people are working. Third, they play the tax game completely differently, and this is huge. Employees pay tax on gross income and then spend what's left. You earn $100,000, pay $30,000 in taxes, live on $70,000. Business owners and investors earn, invest, deduct expenses, and only pay tax on what actually remains. You earn $100,000, invest $50,000 in growing the business, deduct $20,000 in legitimate business expenses, and pay tax on $30,000. The difference at the end of the year is absolutely absurd. They don't work harder than you. They're not smarter than you. They weren't luckier than you. They simply understood the rules of the financial game and decided to play in a different category, under different rules. But what's the real problem here? Let's cut through everything and get to the core issue. It's not the job itself. Jobs serve a purpose. They provide income, stability, learning opportunities. The problem is the mentality that the job is the final destination, that getting hired is the finish line. The mistake is putting all your eggs in the salary basket and thinking that's security, thinking that because you have a contract, you're safe. Real security is having multiple income streams. It's having assets that work for you whether you're working or not. It's having valuable skills that the market will always want, that transfer across industries. The real problem is the illusion of stability. You think you're secure because you have a formal contract, benefits, a desk with your name on it. But what if the company closes tomorrow? What if they decide to downsize and you're fired at 50 years old? What if a crisis comes, like we saw in 2008, in 2020, and they cut half the team overnight? Your security depends entirely on decisions you don't control. Decisions made in boardrooms you'll never enter, by people who don't know your name. That's not security, that's dependency in disguise. And worst of all, the thing nobody wants to acknowledge. While you trade time for money, you're literally selling your life. Every hour in that office, in that cubicle, in those meetings that could have been emails, is an hour you'll never get back. You can't buy more time. You can make more money. You can't make more life. I'm not saying work is bad. I'm not saying employment is evil. I'm saying working only for salary, without building anything that lasts beyond your time and effort, without creating assets, without developing equity, is a trap that keeps you running on that treadmill until you're too old to run anymore. So how do you escape this cycle? How do you break free from the matrix? First step, change your relationship with money completely. Stop thinking about salary and start thinking about cash flow. How much comes in, how much goes out, how much is left over, how much is invested. Track every dollar. Know your numbers better than you know your social media feed. Second step, use your job as a platform, not as a destination. It's a launch pad, not a resting place. Learn valuable skills, build a network of contacts, gather initial capital, save aggressively. The job is the fuel for your journey, not the destination. Third step, start building assets immediately. Today, not someday, not when you have more money. Now. It can be small. $100 a month in index funds. A side hustle that brings in an extra $200. A digital product you create and sell online. A freelance skill you develop. Size doesn't matter at the beginning. Direction does. Momentum does. You need to have something that generates results without your direct presence. Something that works while you sleep. Fourth step, increase your financial education relentlessly. Read books about investing. Understand how taxes work. Learn about business models. Study the wealthy. Financial knowledge is the only advantage no one can take from you. They can take your job. Can't take what's in your head. Fifth step, surround yourself with people who think differently. If everyone around you only talks about salary, promotion, retirement plans, and office politics, you'll never see beyond that world. Find people who build businesses, who invest, who create, who think bigger. Mindset is contagious. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Robert Kiyosaki was right. You'll never get rich from a job. But that doesn't mean you're doomed to financial mediocrity. It doesn't mean the game is over. It means you need to wake up to the real game the wealthy play. The game isn't climbing the career ladder. It's building assets that appreciate and generate income. It's not earning more per hour. It's making your money work for you, multiply for you. It's not job security. It's financial freedom through multiple income streams, through ownership, through equity. The question isn't whether Kiyosaki was right. The data proves he was. The question is, what are you going to do with this information? Will you stay on the treadmill, running harder, sweating more, but never moving forward? Or will you finally take the first step to build real wealth? The choice has always been yours. But now at least, you know there is a choice. You know the truth. If this video opened your mind, if it made you think differently about your financial future, leave your like, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe to the channel because here we don't sell illusions or get-rich-quick schemes. We deliver truths the system doesn't want you to know. We provide the knowledge they don't teach in schools. See you in the next video.